Okay, I think I'm up and running now. I've been working on, hey chef, how you doing? Yeah, I'm working on the collaboration between you, me, and Nicola. So I was playing around with the inviting somebody else into the stream. So that's what I was just messing with. So hopefully you can hear me okay. Come to find out, I have my phone. I didn't realize this, but as I'm learning, because I did a bunch of study today on live streams, and you have to have, I was trying to tie it to my, hey princess, you have to have two devices. You can't, it doesn't work on a computer, so I'm hoping that you and Nicola both have an iPhone you can work off of with lives. I'd use this one, my channel, and my other channel, sent myself the email with the link, and it let me do it and everything. It just said, well, you gotta be on a mobile device. So that part of it's not difficult. I would just have to send you an invite. It said and others, so I'm hoping you can have other people, you know, more than just one person on a collaboration. Otherwise, we'll have to figure something else out. Hey Natty, how you doing? Hopefully you can help with any trolls that come in. Aki, whatever, just got engaged, congratulations. So that's, Zed, just so you know that, if you want to look into that a little bit, just what I would do is I would send you, you and Nicola, both the link to your emails, now that I have us all in the same email, and then you'd have to click on the link, and then we'll go from there. Vivalda Princess, thank you very much. You can be one of help with a live stream. I don't know what you're talking about. I was just discussing with Zed because I'm trying to do collaborations with. I got some other people that we want to do collaborations. That's fine. It doesn't have to be an iPhone. It has to be a mobile device. I didn't realize that. I've studied it and watched it, took notes today, and I have my cell phone. I don't have the iPad with me right now. It'll work with an iPad and my iPhone. And I was just going to use both of my channels, and I was going to do a collaboration with myself, and I was actually going to try to, you know, one would tell the joke, one would tell the punchline, but it just didn't work out. Princess, I appreciate that. I'll tell you what, if you subscribe to my channel and I get to know you better, eventually I would give you a blue wrench. If I don't know somebody, I'm not giving them a blue wrench. So nothing personal. If I get to know you more and we interact more, like a bunch of the other people here, I would give you a blue wrench. But if I don't know somebody, I will not give them a blue wrench. Okay, I will go check your channel out later, okay? But let me do that later. I don't want to do that today. Let me go check your channel out and see what you're about and everything. One other YouTuber I was on with the other day, they did that and it became a disaster because then the person started timing everybody out because it was a troll. Not saying you're a troll, just saying I'm very careful. When you get older, you learn a lot of things about people. And like I said, I'm not saying you're a bad person. Just let me get to know you and understand who you are and what your channel's about before I give you a blue wrench. But yeah, so that's what I was trying to do, Zed. I was trying to work on getting the collaboration done with that. So thank you, Princess, for understanding. I will check your channel out, and we'll see next time if you're here and we're comfortable. We'll probably do it then. So now that we have the collaboration stuff going, over the next week or two, I'll have my iPad tonight or tomorrow. I'll mess with it both ways, get that working. The other thing we need to do is that if you can check try sending a test email maybe to Nicola and see if you guys can both get on. And then we'll see if, I'll have to do a little more research to see if 3 people can be on, if I can have 3 people on the same stream. I know that you can do like yard stream and things like that, but I was just trying to do it off the YouTube platform. I'm your favorite. I'll tell you what, Princess, I appreciate that, but if I'm your if I'm your favorite, you need higher standards. I'm just joking. I'm just a hick from Oklahoma. I appreciate that though. Oh, you know what? Somebody told. Oh, hey, Nicola, we were just talking about you. We were just talking about you. Chef, yes, I'll send an email to both. I thought I did. If you go check your emails, Ed, I responded to both of you in one email. So her email, Nicola's email, should be in that email. If not, I will later. But Nicola, we were just talking about, I was doing a test live stream because I have the 2 channels, but I have to have my other, it has to be a mobile device. So when I have my other mobile device here tonight or tomorrow, I'll play with it a little bit, do some practice runs. I learned a lot more about live streams. Nicola, I saw how to do the flip screen. I know how to do that now. So you don't have to email me the information. I watched a video on it. But don't tell my new favorite that I like you. Yes, I would definitely come on your live. Of course, yeah. Our whole community supports each other. No, I didn't send, no, it's the same one I sent the other day when you guys sent me your emails, and I responded about, after July 5th. So that's the last email. I'll probably send another one later, because I did the whole link thing where you send a link. So what I have to do is I go in, I would start the live stream, and I would send you guys a link. And then you would click on that, you'd have your YouTube open, and then you would click on the link, and it would bring you up into that link. And then we'd all be on the same page together. Yeah, Nicola, what time is your live? Tell us, because I want to be there for that. Princess, when are you going to go live? So, I did some prepping today. At 6:30 tonight, I have my grandson till Tuesday afternoon. And so I took 5 pounds of my potatoes and I parboil them. I chop them in like a home fry size and I parboil them. And then I just put them in a bowl. And then every morning when I want home fries, I just take out whatever I want out of that 5 pounds and fry it up, put my other stuff in it, and I'm good to go. I don't have to cook it all from scratch all the time. It's already parboiled and cooked. I just have to reheat it and brown it in some beef tallow or butter or whatever. And it works really good because now I have 5 pounds for the next week. I don't have to worry about cooking all of those potatoes every time. I'm all set because I'll have my grandson and we'll be doing that. So I got a bunch of stuff prepped, so it's real easy cooking. My brown butter, that horrible video went out today. That was absolutely disastrous. But that's how I do brown butter. That's how I learned from my grandmother, and so I've done it through the years. I think a lot of us have learned from our grandmothers. They're some of the best cooks. Lunch today, well, probably today I'm gonna do, like I said, I just parboiled some home fries. I have eggs, I have bacon, so I'm probably going to take some of my brown butter, saute some of my onions in the brown butter with some garlic, and then I'll cook the potatoes just to heat them up in that mixture. And then I'll chop up some bacon, throw it on top, and then I'll do a fried soft or an over easy egg and break that over the top of the potatoes. That will be my lunch today. You're gonna see over the next week, over the next 4 or 5 days, I did a bunch of short videos and some 2 and 3 and 4 minute videos because like I said, I was gonna have my grandson. So I loaded a bunch of stuff up. So I got some stuff about, just shorts about the garlic, about some potatoes, about the pumpkins. The pumpkins are about 3 inches, 4 inches in diameter now, some of them. So if that continues at that rate, and what I have on the vines, I should easily get probably 100 pumpkins, I'm hoping, at least. And I think I released a video where I showed how I did the two mounds of pumpkins. I did 5 in one mound, 5 in another. All of the pumpkins, I planted them on the 21st, and it is the 25th. They said that they break ground typically. They said it breaks ground typically in 7 to 14 days. They broke through the ground here in 4. So I'm really hoping, I've been watering them every night. So I'm hoping all 10 will really start to run. I got to get some more pallets to put them on. And then you'll see where I put sticks next to the runners so that it kind of guides them where to go. What time is it? Oh, let's see. It's 12:09 p.m. here. Yeah, I went like mad this morning. I got the house vacuumed. I got all the stuff out to work with him and with my grandson. Laundry's done. Outside work is done. So I can just spend 5 days, enjoying our grandson and having fun with him and therapies and stuff. We're going to have a good time. But yeah, no, that's, let's see. Yes, harvest will be in October. The plan is right now, well, so I have 2 sets planted because I've never grown pumpkins before. So my first 10 I planted in May. Those are the ones you see in the pictures now that are running so well, and they got like 3-inch diameter pumpkins. Those are probably going to be ready in September, but those were just a trial. The 10 I planted in the garden, because I knew the garden would be empty by now. This week was the week I was going to harvest everything. And I started those in the garden to plant. Those will be ready around Halloween, October 31st. They'll be ready before that, because you want them for Halloween, because people the week before carve up their jack-o'-lanterns and bake off their pumpkin seeds, which I will do. I salt and pepper them, put some butter on them. Yeah, okay. So it's 5:10. It's 5:10 p.m. there. Okay, so you're 5. Okay. Wow, going with the military time, chef. Going with the military time. So yeah, that's the plan. October. But in the meantime, as those runners, I have them kind of pointing at each other. So as those 2 sets of pumpkin vines converge on each other, it's going to fill the garden, and I'll have other things planted. So even in July and August, as those grow, I'll be doing lives from the garden, because you'll see the whole garden will be green again with pumpkin vines and pallets and stuff. Hey, Explorer, how you doing? Hey, everybody. Anybody that does not follow Explorer Rinks, go to her page, click on her description on her main page. She has a second channel, and you can find the link right down there to her other channel. I just saw her on a live, and so I went and I already subscribed. So if you guys get a chance and you do follow her, or even if you don't, follow her here, and then go check her channel out, because she's got a new channel she's kicking off, and she's going to be doing a live coming up. So there's a shout out to Explorer Rinks. You're welcome. You're welcome. You've helped me so much. We're here to help each other grow. So yeah, if you can, go find her channel right in the description. It's right down there in the links. Really easy. So that's going to be the thing with the pumpkin patch. So I should be harvesting the first batch, hopefully in August or September. I'll give some of those away, because I have family members that have some chickens. Chickens like pumpkins. I know one of my neighbors has goats. And then I'm going to test my skills, my cooking skills, with pumpkin bisque and pumpkin pie puree. I'll make the puree myself, use all the warming spices, you know, the allspice, the clove, cinnamon, all of those spices. And so I can make a pumpkin puree because I would like to harvest and either freeze or can my own pumpkin puree so I can have pumpkin puree or soup whenever I want. What is your garden size? Right now, I don't know. So I'm using English measurements because we don't do metric. It's a little over 1,000 square feet. So it's like 35 by 35 feet square. But I also have outside of that, I had the potato tower. I don't count that in the square footage. I have the planter boxes that have the pumpkins, that has some flowers, it has radishes growing in it. Those are 2 by 4 feet. And then I have a pumpkin at each picket fence. That's about 10 square feet. And then I have the trellises that are growing the 4 cucumber plants, whatever that. So it's over 1,000. And as you see, I put a couple posts in the ground, you'll see. And now that I have the tiller, because that's what I was going to stop at 1,000, because to do YouTube channel and to do a garden, 1,000, and I was doing it by hand. Physically, it was getting more difficult, and then timing was getting more difficult because it took so long to turn that over by hand every time. Now that I have the tiller, I'm going to expand it out, and next year I want it to be 2,000 square feet. So by next year, by the end of next season, I should have that garden should be doubled. I am looking into more supplying. I know there's some farmers markets around here, and I'm thinking of supplying some produce to them. Like yesterday when I harvested 80 pounds of potatoes yesterday, 30 pounds a day, a couple days before that. I think I'm at 150, 160 pounds total right now. There's no way I can eat all those. So I have them in the back, storing in a cool place. And then I gave 10 pounds away yesterday. On my personal Facebook page, I'm going to put a thing on one of our Facebook marketplaces that is one of our good marketplaces. It's a good one. There's no trolls on it. I'm going to take some and I'm going to weigh it, and then whoever guesses the exact weight, I can give those potatoes away. Yes, I have plenty of people that would love to help explore. I don't let them. That's one of my bad traits. That's probably one of my worst traits. I don't like people helping me. If I'm working in the house, like I've refurbished many of our houses. Unless I need to lift something, I don't want anybody helping me. So if I need help where I could get hurt, I will ask for help. But I don't want people touching my garden. I'm particular about how I plant. So that's just the way we did it. We were always taught to do it yourself. If you can't do it yourself, don't do it. That's how I was raised. So that's just the way I am. And I'm old, so. You can still grow stuff on balconies, Ranks. You can still grow stuff on balconies. Yeah, I mean, my son gardens too. He only lives a couple miles from me, and he also does gardening. So we trade off vegetables. He grows some I don't grow, and I grow some things that he doesn't. So, yeah, you can get planter boxes at the store or make your own or something, and you can just use buckets. You can use buckets, put some holes in it so it drains off, and you know, just plant a potato in it and see how it goes. I mean, potatoes you can grow pretty easy. Oh, and that's the other one. At the beginning of my channel I've only been going since February, late February, early March. The first couple videos were my potato bags. I was growing in potato bags. So my potato bag grow 2.0 is kicked off on the 20th of June. I don't know if it popped out yet. I'll have to check the videos. It's coming out soon. So I have my next 2 bags with a russet potato in each one growing, and I'll be updating those videos. And I'll have a whole series on when I planted to when I harvest, and then you'll see the harvest. These are done inside, and I have a couple grow lights. They don't go outside at all because I'm trying to get it where I have a constant, even in the wintertime, I can grow potatoes indoors and have my own crop. Oh, you plant spinach, Seth. I didn't know that. Mint is great. I know you use that in your tea. You have that really cool glass teapot. That's a really cool teapot. I know you use the mint. I didn't know you grew basil or spinach. Spinach and basil. I love all of those. That's the other thing I want to do. I'm building one of those garden ladders for inside for my grow lights, and I want to do chives. I love cilantro. I love sweet basil. And then I would probably do some like radishes or something. And I'll do that in the winter also. Yeah, I might even try some mint because mint is great. I like tea, especially if you're not feeling well. We in the United States, if we don't feel well, we take tea with honey and drink that for your throat. If I have mint, I would use mint. I used to have mint at my other house, and when I mowed the lawn, I used to always reach down and break some of the leaves off and put it in my cheek and chew on that while I was mowing, and I love that. Fresh mint is great. Nicola, I have not watched your newest recipe yet on your chicken chow mein. I'm going to. I've been holding off. I usually watch your videos right away. I've been holding off because I've been busy and I didn't want to just rush through it. I wanted to be able to sit there and digest it and watch the whole video without being interrupted. So I'm hopefully watching that this afternoon when I'm by myself and while I'm waiting for my grandson. But I will watch it from both channels and get you 2 likes. I'm excited because I love chicken chow mein. It's funny, yesterday I went to lunch. We have a Chinese buffet down in the city near me. And it's one of the best Chinese buffets I've ever been to. They have the hibachi grill. It's all one price. Yeah, I think it's $11. It's all you can eat, all from every buffet area. Then they have their sushi rolls, and they have a hibachi grill where the guy sits there and he cooks right in front of you. It's all one price. You pay one price, you get all of that. It is so unbelievable. And I'll tell you what, when I came home, I still had to get stuff done outside, but after eating there and filling up on all that stuff, I didn't want to do anything, but I did. But oh my goodness. I love Chinese buffets. I love Chinese buffets. I know it's not like what you cooked. I know Americanized Chinese food is not always real Chinese food. It has to be Americanized so we can eat it. Because I know we used to travel at my company when the guys would travel to China, and he used to laugh when he came back, and he would always laugh and say, you know, you're not eating Chinese food, you're eating Americanized Chinese food. And then he told me some of the stuff they would eat, and I'm like, yep, I'm good with this stuff. I like Americanized Chinese food. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I'm not getting into any politics or nothing, so don't take this as anything political, because I don't do that on my channel. Grocery shopping yesterday. I needed eggs. About 2 months ago, they were $5 for a dozen. Then they went down to like $4, and then I went yesterday. A package of 18 eggs, $3.47. I couldn't believe it. So I got the 18 pack. I mean, I was like, I eat eggs all the time. I could not believe it was only $3.47. That was prices from a couple years ago, so I was psyched about that. Because at one point we were over $6 for a dozen, and so then I was kind of watching my egg intake at that point. But when I saw for 18, oh, Zed, yeah, what's the question? Let's see if we can put our heads together here and answer Chef Zed's question. Uh, well, I would ask Nicola that because I'm still struggling with that. I've just been showing the pan and talking, um, but I think that people like to connect with who's cooking. Like if you watch, I like how Glenn and Friends does it, where he kind of, I know your kitchen's not set up like his studio is, but he has that island and then he cooks there on the island, so you're looking at him. I tend to like that more. I mean, I like a lot of cooking channels, and I don't mind if somebody's cooking with just the pan in front of them, that's fine. Or if you can go back and forth, you can, if you have it on the thing, you can always just turn the camera and hit the reverse. That way you can talk to the camera and then put it back on it, but, exactly, yeah. Because, but like Nicola said, yeah, cooking mostly because obviously people are watching what you cook. And your videos like that are great, Chef. I mean, yours are fine the way you do it because you got really good clarity and the color is good and the audio is good. And when you're cooking and you have your instructions and you show the different spicing you're using. Um, but then every once in a while, I think people do like to see the person that's doing the cooking so they can connect. But I find it funny. I mean, not funny, funny, not funny, ha ha, but funny, interesting that, how many spices you guys use. I mean, you guys, oh my goodness, that, man, I forget that one dish you did with all those spices in it. Um, in the United States, I mean, we'll use spicing, but a lot of us are just salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder. But I have the cumin, the chili, I have the cayenne, I have sriracha powder, sriracha sauce. I use MSG. Yes, I'm evil. I like MSG. Yeah, you did. I mean, I wish we did, but growing up the way I did, you either worked on a farm or we had somebody, it was all salt and pepper. Your mom or dad or whoever was cooking, you cooked quick to eat, and eating was more survival than for flavor. Um, but now that I've gotten older, I want all the spices all the time. So if it's just cooking for myself, I use a lot of spicing, and I throw in jalapenos and herbs. I love herbs and spices, and because we never had that growing up, and I just think it. And the thing that's nice about all the herbs and spices is you can use less salt. You don't need as much salt because you're getting flavor from everything else. Yeah, I know you do, Zed. You definitely use a lot of spices. I mean, it looks. I mean, I would eat it. I mean, it's. I love spices. And they are, I know they are, yeah. Oh, is it, I'm gonna say, I call it turmeric. People, I know it's turmeric or something, but I love turmeric. The only problem with turmeric, I find, is you gotta be so careful when you're using it because it stains. But that stuff is like a dye, like a colored dye, like you're doing Easter eggs or something. I've got it on the counter before and had to scrub and scrub and scrub to get it back off again. I mean, I don't have granite counter. I have cheap countertops, but I love turmeric. It's got that earthy. It's got a really earth. I know turmeric is really good. Actually, for quite some time, I haven't done it in a while. Is you take milk. I do that with a little bit of honey from my area. There's a farmer that does honeybees, and turmeric, honey, and I believe it was cinnamon. And you heat the milk up, and you stir that all in with the honey, and you drink that. And that's supposed to be super good for you because honey's good for you. Natural honey. I'm talking natural honey. And that's what this guy does. He's got his hives up here, and he sells at all the farmers markets. Oh, there you go. That's actually a good idea. That's a good idea. You have many Indian recipes. I know yep, the Indian culture uses a ton of, but it's, I mean, I think they use curry a lot. Is it curry? Um, yeah, yeah. We have an Indian restaurant down near us, and I've been there a few times. It's really good food, and it's actually owned by authentic Indian people, and it's good food. I mean, it's really good. I mean, you can find anything in any culture if you want to try. Some people won't try it just because they think they won't like it. Oh, I have cardamom. I have some of that here. I have all of those except for fennel, and I use them. I'm actually empty on some of them because I use them so much. I love cinnamon. I know cinnamon's really good for you. Turmeric's good for you. Paprika, um, and all your spices and stuff. I'm trying to think of who it was the other day. They were growing. It might have been. I don't know if you guys follow her as Patty B Gardening. Patty Patty B period gardening. So it's Patty B Gardening. If you don't follow her, um, she's really fun to watch. Her gardens, and I think it was her. She grows the echinacea. And I think it was Chef Zed or somebody did, what was it the other day? The hibiscus tea. Hibiscus tea is really good. I think it was Chef Zed that did the hibiscus tea, wasn't it? Yes, Patty, a period, and then gardening. Patty B Gardening. Yeah, I like, she's very upbeat. Her and her husband do stuff sometimes, and they just did potato containers, and they dumped them out. She wasn't real happy with the amount she got, but you guys just hang on for 1 second. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Good girl. There you go. There. Sorry about that. Had to let the puppy in. Had to let the dog in. She had to be let in so she can get her treat. Yes, hibiscus tea is very good. Hibiscus tea is really good for it. I mean, tea if you have a cold or sore throat is good anyways, but Indian tea, okay, see, I've never heard of that. I'll definitely be watching that. Oh, you're gonna go live tonight, Chef. I'll have to go in and make sure I hit um, the bell there. Chai. Chai in the United States, I remember nobody ever did anything with chai. Um, and then when coffee shops started opening up, when they diversified, they started using teas also. And now it's like everything's chai tea, chai this, chai that, chai this with soy milk, chai this. And you go in a coffee shop and they always mention, oh, did you want to try the chai? And I like chai. It's just when I go to a coffee shop, I want coffee. So I think the United States does trends. I think that, you know, because like you said, in like the Indian countries, African countries, like Jamaica and other cultures where they use a lot of spicing. I think it takes time, and then finally the United States is like, hey, this stuff is good. Let's have a trend on this. Then all of a sudden, it's in all of the stores. Stores in the United States have gotten to the point, in my opinion, where it's kind of gotten overwhelming when you go to shop. Because like tuna fish, remember? You used to go in a grocery store and you'd grab tuna fish, right? You'd go get, you know, the chicken of the sea or whatever they called it. And it was crazy. You'd have one or two brand names and the store brand, and that was basically it. Well, now you got like 10 different brands. Then they got some that are flavored with chiles. They have ranch. Some of them have a little fork attached to the outside where you can actually eat the tuna from the package. You don't even need like a bowl or something. They actually make it so you can buy the packages and use them as a snack. That's a good idea, Nicola, because to understand spicing, I mean, there's chefs that do. I mean, there's some chefs that understand it. I think they've taken the classes, but you know, I mean, I'd love to try. I love trying the different spices and stuff, but and you're going to be doing that soon, Nicola? Cool. Nicola, was that your husband the other day in that video? I think it was. When you guys did the salad, the caprese or whatever you call it, salad? That was a good video. You have a really nice view off your balcony. I did a live out here one day. When it gets towards the fall, I'll do some lives from my porch. But like right now, under the porch, you know, if it's 95 outside, under the porch where I got a metal roof over the porch, you know, it'll end up getting close to 100 under there. So, you know, when I get into nicer weather, I'll do more lives outside. Oh no, you guys did a great job. I want you to do more lives. He did a really good job. That's what I'm saying. Don't be nervous. Get on there and just do it. I mean, if they don't like to watch your videos, they can go elsewhere. I mean, just be you. I mean, your channel's great. Your videos are good. And when you did that explanation where you did, you explained your channel and what your intentions were and stuff. That was a really good video. I enjoyed that. Yeah, they did a really good job. Everybody that I know here, don't worry what other people think. I know if it's shy, that's one thing, or some people are introverted where they don't like to, oh, hey, welcome back, Natty. You know, they don't like to talk to a lot of people, or they just like to be by themselves. But who cares if people don't like your channel, there's other channels they can go find. I mean, there's over 8 billion people in the world. If they can't find a channel they want on this platform, then they need to go watch Netflix or something. But just go out there and be yourself. I mean, if you mess up, oh, you're gonna, oh, I'll tell you guys, you'll still watch it, I'm sure. Anybody that watched my 5-minute live from 2 days ago when I did the potatoes, when I harvested the last 2 plants, it was 5 minutes. I didn't talk to anybody. I just said, hey, I'm here. And I messed up in the beginning. I was trying to say good morning and welcome. I was like, good welcome or something like that. I took that and I trimmed that out of the video. So I pulled that out. And then so it's me, the blooper, just the blooper, where I turned my head and I was mad at myself. And then I did 2 frames of that. And then I did a 3rd frame where I sped it up so I sound like I took helium from a balloon, so my voice was like a Mickey Mouse or something. And then I did 3 more frames, 2 of them in reverse, where I come back up with my head and I'm reversing the words. And then the 3rd one is me reversing with it sped up, so it sounds like Mickey Mouse. No, I had already been out there. I was out there all morning. I'd already been working like 4 hours. Oh, hey, Susan, welcome. I'd already been out there since 7 in the morning, and it was over 90 by 11 o'clock. So I mean, I was just drenched. And then I got to the last 2 plants, and I wanted to show the last 2 plants being harvested. So, you know, I'd already been working a lot before I got to that, when I went to do the live. And that's when I stumbled on my words. I kind of got mad at myself and I turned my head. So today or tomorrow it comes out. It's just a really quick short of me, just that blooper, multiple times and then in reverse and then sound like Mickey Mouse. So I just thought that would be fun. If you can't make fun of yourself, you have to be able to laugh. That's why I go on. I don't care if people like me or not on lives. I don't know how you guys feel, but I don't base my feelings or my temperament or how my day's going. If somebody doesn't like me, they don't like me. Oh, no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I did that. Wait till you see the video. It's like 30 seconds, but it's forward and then reverse and then fast and then reverse and then fast. So it's pretty funny. Yeah, Susan, if you have to go, go. Don't you worry about it. See you later, Nicola. So yeah, I'm actually going to be heading out too, because I do have a few things I got to get finished before my grandson gets here, and I got a couple videos I want to edit. No, I really have to leave anyways. No, it was nothing you said. No. No. So what's funny is, being from, I have a little bit of a law enforcement background, and so you get told stuff, you get stuff screamed at you, thrown at you, whatever. So nobody can harm, nobody can hurt nobody can hurt my feeling. Yes, I said feeling. I have one feeling. You can't hurt my feelings. If somebody says something about me or talks about me, it doesn't bother me in the least. I used to, my canned response to people if you arrested them and they were mad at you or swearing or spitting at you was, I've been called worse names by better people, was my canned response. Oh yeah. Yep. But I mean, everybody at some point in their life has been called something, or what is that meme out there? I can take anything. I've held the flashlight for my dad. And if you know what that means, then yeah, we've all been, if you've been there, then you know what I'm talking about. Dads can be funny animals, I'll tell you. Does everybody get that reference with flashlights when you're working with your dad? Maybe it's a United States thing. Yes, 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 while he's under the car, yeah. But it was always you're working on the car or pipes down in the basement or something, and never throw rocks at someone holding a machine gun. Wow. But your dad would give you the flashlight and you'd hold it there. And if he dinged his knuckles or dropped something, you were the immediate, I said, put the light over here. You're not listening. I dropped it because you didn't have the light in the right place. Um, that's, that's, if you, so if you've been there, then you know what I'm talking about. But I guess it's just one of, oh yeah, Rowdy Roddy Piper. Yep, yep, I remember Rowdy Roddy. I mean, I even did it with my son, but my son and I have a relationship where he just tell me to shut up. Not as a kid, he didn't, but I mean, as we're older, if I was arguing with him or something, you know, we have that relationship where we can tell each other where to get off, and then everything's fine again. But I don't think he's ever held the flashlight for me, though. I don't think I ever had him do that. But Peter, how are you doing with your channel? Is it going well, hopefully? And Susan, are you doing a live anytime soon with your painting? Oh, that's right. Your son's there, right? You said he's what, 19? Is that right? 19 or 30? Somebody else was talking about their son today. I replaced the spark plug in my rototiller last night. It already ran good and everything, but I had to get one for the mower. Oh, he's 40. Okay, I'm thinking of somebody else then. Yeah, and are you gonna do a live someday though, Susan, with Oh, and my question is, are you ever gonna break out the red hat again? Why don't you do a live with the red hat? I mean, the red hat could be your brand. That could be your brand. You could wear sunglasses upside down. But yeah, anyways, I put a spark plug in the tiller, and it ran like a champ. Yeah, right. That tiller is going to save my life, because I did in 5 minutes what it would take me 8 hours to do. I went all the way inside the garden, around everything where the plants are no longer there, and now it's just the pumpkins, the asparagus, and a small potato plant in the corner, and some of the pumpkins over there, and some pepper plants. But now I can expand to 2,000 square feet next year and double my produce. I can't wait to do that, and then I can supply. There's a food I would like to supply next year to some of them. Yeah, Farmer Oki. There's a food bank, and I would love to set up with them where I could supply them maybe potatoes or something. Because I mean, just the potato plants I grew, so far I've had 130 to 160 pounds. I forget, I have to add it all up again. Next year, if I double, then I would have 250 pounds. That's a lot of potatoes. You go buy, if you went and bought a 10-pound bag of potatoes and then just multiply that by 25, it's a lot of weight. Is that right? 10 pounds times 25 is 250. Yeah, 250 pounds is a lot of potatoes. And so I could bag them in paper bags of 3 pounds each or something, and that just gives people fresh food. I know they're always looking for that, and I have so many now I can't eat them all. I'm gonna do a couple little. I'm gonna weigh some to like 3 pounds and 6 ounces, I'm going to post it on my site on our Facebook Marketplace. And I'm going to say, guess the weight in the bag, and you can have free potatoes. And that's another way I'm going to start getting my channel out there, because I'm going to have cards printed up for my Okies Eden, and then when people come to get pumpkins this year, I've already put that out there, and there's a bunch of people already like, yes, 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 we're going to bring our kids, we're going to bring our grandkids. I'm going to be giving them each the card for my YouTube channel, and then they can follow me, they can watch, they can know when I'm going to be giving food away. So yes, Susan, we do have a small retirement home over here and near us, and they look for like fresh potatoes and stuff. So I would definitely talk to that kitchen and see if they wanted potatoes, because they serve the elderly. Because I know, I mean, I like potatoes anyways. I mean, I'd eat potatoes every day. That's why I grow potatoes, because they're versatile, and I love potatoes, and they're easy to cook. You can do 20 different things with them cooking them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's only 2 in my household left, and so I go out and I grow 160 pounds of potatoes. That's what I told people. I said, I guess I miscalculated, because last year I was getting about a pound, maybe a little over a pound per plant, which is not good, because I hadn't really worked this. I've had the soil worked for a few years, but it hadn't all been composted. Now most of the garden has been composted a few times over now. And then, so next year, I'm assuming I'll probably be able to break 3 pound average. I was 2.5 pound average this year. Yeah, yep. Okay, yeah, see, our dog, I do home fries. If I do home fries just with the like salt, pepper, and butter, I'll give them to the dog. But sometimes I put the garlic and onions on them. She doesn't get them, because I know dogs, I think onions do something to their kidneys. So I don't, chocolate, and I know grapes, they can't have grapes. And I think onions and garlic, or anything from the onion family. So if I have onions on them, then I don't give them to her. But if they're just plain old home fries, she gets them. She pretty much has I always make a little extra. So if I'm doing eggs, if I'm doing breakfast, I'm doing scrambled eggs, I'll do 5. I have 2, my wife will have 2, dog will get 1. And then if there's home fries, we'll keep some aside for her. And if there's bacon, so she'll have bacon, home fries, and eggs if we have it. And then I just put it on top of her food, and then she eats all of her food too. So, because when we rescued her, she was down to ribs. I mean, her ribs were so sucked in, the skin, you could see every single rib. You could play the xylophone. That's how bad, how much malnutrition she was. So we took care of that real quick. Yeah, eggs. Dogs love eggs. If my dog is finicky, sometimes I'll take a over easy, and I'll break the over easy egg over the dog food. But well, everybody, I know I said this a couple minutes ago, but I do really have to run, because I got a couple things, and I got to go to the store real quick for the next couple days with my grandson being here. They're going to deliver him here in a few hours, so I got to get ready. I appreciate everybody being here. Thanks for subscribing and watching, and I will have him for 5 days. So while I won't be posting content, I will be watching. I'll be able to spend a lot of time in the next 5 days watching everybody's videos and commenting, and so you'll be seeing me there, and probably see comments, and I'll be watching lives. So you guys all have a great day, and I'll be talking to you next week on a live.